but tonight we're trying to get in some more deck testing. We're going to the LA Regional next week, and really need to get some more games in so we can tell how well we can do or not do, right? So we're going to be playing Raging Bolt again tonight because I believe that's what I'm going to be testing or playing next week. So again, that's the plan tonight, get some games in with Raging Bolt. We do have two changes that we made last night to this deck that I want to see if it helps. So we'll go take a look at those, what we got changed. So one of the things we moved around was we wanted this Xerosic Machinations in here for the Alakazam matchup, right? So so we put in this Xerosic again just for Alakazam in particular, but can also help us in other matchups as well. So we put that in, and then we replaced Prime Catcher with Unfair Stamp. I mean, I think Unfair Stamp is just so strong right now that it was. I found too many times where I had Prime Catcher, it was a luxury, but Unfair Stamp would change the game. So that's why I felt like I needed to make that change. So we made that change last night. I've played 3 or 4 games today. I think I have 1 loss, so probably like 2-1 or 3-1 so far. So we're going to kind of jump into it here, see what we can get going. And then we'll be giving out code cards all night too. So yeah, just stick in there with us, and hopefully we can get some W's tonight. I mean, that's the whole plan, right? To get out and get some wins. And then you gotta let me know. I was having some issues last night with OBS, so if you see something pop up, you gotta jump in chat and let me know, because I'm not always seeing what OBS is sending out to you. So yeah, so again, running some Raging Bolt tonight, and about to get right into it. I gotta go grab me some water before I get started here. So yeah, just a sec here. Alright, yeah, so it seems like OBS is running a little bit better tonight. Haven't had as many issues with it, so let's just jump into it here. Again, I've got a list going here of win-losses with Raging Bolt. And I'll change it up a little bit, put in some notes now that I've made some changes. Again, I thought what was really difficult is the Alakazam matchup is just not good. So I was hopeful to get something to help me with Alakazam. So that's why we got Xerosic Machinations going. And then we also switched in Unfair Stamp. And that also helps in other matchups as well. But so that's part of what's going on tonight. Again, we got a couple different couple changes in the deck for tonight, so I really want to get some run to see how it plays. Really excited for next week. We're also going to change Parker's Dragapult Blaziken deck up a little bit. Try and get a little bit more consistency for him, but he's been playing it really good. He's been just crushing with Blaziken, Dragapult, so we're hoping that continues next week in LA. Got the newest mat the other day, and it's a pretty sweet mat. I'm not sure if I like this Mega Lucario one better or the Mega Charizard one, but that Mega Charizard one's pretty freaking sick too. So, alright, well, let's see what we got going here with this matchup. I'm hoping we can get some decent cards out of this draw. wouldn't mind getting the stadium so we can get that bumped, right? I mean, not that I can't bump it with Chen Pao, I guess, right? Trying to think of the right play here, I guess. We're going to just start with an Ultra Ball Ogre Pawn, and I think part of that is we got a good shot at maybe taking a KO here to start early, so we'll wait to bump the stadium. Even though we can, I think we'll wait for that. And depending on what we hit here, we might Crispin E-switch and take the early KO, but I don't know. That doesn't help us either, right? Whatever. I like playing aggressive. Let's get aggressive here. Let's see how this plays out. I'm not 100% sure it's going to be in our favor, but whatever. Again, that's why I like taking the chances and seeing if it works or doesn't work. And that way I know if I should take those chances, right? If I don't do it, I'm going to have no idea what's going to work here. All right, and then I guess we take the KO. What bugs me with this, man, is we're probably going to hit like 5 heads, right? Okay. A lot of times I'm hitting into Badu with Mega Kangaskhan, and I'll hit like 3 or 4 heads, and then we'll be hitting into Dragapult and we'll hit 0, right? It just drives me crazy. Absolutely wild how that works out. See where I put the code cards at here tonight. So yeah, we'll be handing out some code cards. I'll go grab the ETB here. Love giving them out to the chat. I think we went through almost a whole ETB this week. And so once we run through it, I'll go down to the local game store and I'll pick up some more. They usually give me a pretty good deal on everything. So let's see what the right thing is to do here. Again, I wouldn't mind getting the stadium bump, but realistically at this point I'm unsure how much it's going to make a difference. Let's all right, let's go into Cyrano here, and let's get a few things lined up. So let's go here. I think we'll bump the stadium, and then we'll get all our other cards in play. Really wish we had grass energy here instead of the instead of a lightning fighting, but that's okay. I think. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, this is where I'm always unsure, right? Should I fill up the bench? I mean, I got the Meowth, so I probably want to be able to Meowth. So I think we just take the KO, and then we'll get into Meowth maybe on the next turn and have a better idea on where we want to go. Again, you got to jump into chat too. Let me know if the stream's working how it should. Last night OBS was giving us some issues, but seems to be running better tonight for sure. Alright, so found some. Where the rest of them code cards at, bro? Here we go. Yeah, so again, if you need the code cards, please jump in and grab them, and if you don't, just let them slide to the next guy. Again, we've been having pretty good luck finding people who need them, so go ahead and jump on those if you can use them. We got a whole bunch of random stuff in there. Yesterday we had like a Silver Tempest ETB that showed up, I think. All right, let's go get the boss here. Just kind of take care of some business here. We've also had a bunch of other just like random stuff float through, which is pretty cool. All right, let's boss up here. All right, well, don't hate starting off 2-0 on the night, right? Trying to get back up to 1600 on on our points. I feel like if we're up at 1600, we're getting great matchups, right? We're getting really good players on the other side. So that's where I like to sit. Unfortunately, we had a couple of bad nights running some different non-meta decks, so gotta run it back up there. Yeah, especially before we get to LA next week, we want to be getting some good run in. Probably meet up with my buddies here this week and get some other deck testing in. Unfortunately, we all know what each other's playing, so it doesn't help as much. But today I got 2 more decks put together, so when we go and deck test, we can get Parker really good looks at what he may be seeing. And so I think that put us at 17 almost completed decks, which is absolutely wild, right? I guess we got enough. All right, come on, let's see where we're at. I choose to go first. You know, it's interesting. I think most any deck with Badoo, don't they want to go second? I mean, isn't that kind of the plan? That they go second to Badoo. Seems weird that they chose to go first. Alright, well, see what we get going here. Alright, let's I think we'll start here and get an Ogre Pawn to at least try to get a little bit better draw going. You know, if we Cyrano, we can certainly run into whatever other EXs we need to. That's not what we needed. We can also Lily's Determination, go Meowth into Lily's, right? Because we're really struggling to get much else going. We have no energy. You know, it's hard having Meowth. Again, we know Meowth is just such a liability. Meowth it is, bro. I think that's where we're headed. Alright. So like I said, we made 2 changes last night to this deck. We put in this Zerosix, and then we also put in Unfair Stamp instead of Prime Catcher. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays through and if it works out the way we want it to. Alright. And then I've still been debating if I need a second Psychic Energy. I mean, unfortunately, when I changed to the second Psychic Energy the other day, I lost because I didn't have the cards I needed. So, man, I was in such a bad mood after that. All right, well, I don't want to touch the Psychic because we're probably going to need it. I guess let's Night Stretcher for the fighting. I guess, and we can Night Stretcher here for the other one. I think we're not going to have the opportunity on our next turn. I think we're okay, right? We already got Meowth, so if we got to get into Crispin or something, we can. You know, this last match, right? We just had a very similar matchup, and we took the win essentially with Mega Kangaskhan taking three or four KOs. Okay. I mean, I find it hard to believe they're going to use that right now, right? You know, I would take an E-switch, right? If we can get into an E-switch, attachment, then we can boss his order up the only Dracloaky has in play right now. Yeah, I mean, he's got a way better board state after that. So we'll kind of see where we run into here. You know, I've been running pretty well against Dragapult with Raging Bolt. I feel like right now I'm like 6-3 with this, or 6-2 with this specific deck. So I'm hopeful we can keep that going. Man, getting damn itchy again. Can't handle it, man. I don't want to keep getting itchy. So unsure what the right play is here. I guess we need to go into Crispin. And then we'll see where we can get from here. I mean, at least getting the first KO is usually how I like to play anyways. Guess what? We want Lightning Grass. Grass to hand as usual. If you guys haven't, please go smash the like button tonight. And go sub, check out the rest of the channel, see what other videos we got going, right? We're trying to grow the channel, pretty new channel at this point. We've been on here for a year, but we've really been pushing hard the last 2 or 3 months probably. So, you know, we'd really appreciate it if you guys can follow some other videos and give us some constructive feedback. Always helps us know how we can help make the channel better, and that's our goal, right? Is to give the best Pokemon content we can. We were hoping to start doing some live streaming on some like Scarlet and Violet today, but had some problems with our gosh dang it, having some problems with the capture card that we got. So I'm hoping this weekend we can figure that out, and then we can start streaming some video game gameplay as well. And go and jump in the chat. Let me know how you guys are doing tonight. What we got going on this weekend. We had a busy weekend last weekend. We had a cup and a challenge, which was really good, again, to get some deck testing in for LA. And I'm glad at this point we got a little break this weekend to get some other things done before we head to LA this weekend. Man. So interesting where they're going to go here. I'm assuming they're going to put 130 on Meowth. But I think the good thing is that's going to free up bench space for us, right? And now I guess they could take it right on Mega Kangaskhan. Yeah. Same difference, right? We're going to free up bench space, and that puts us back to even prizes anyways. I've had this discussion before. It does not matter that they're going to take a 3-prize KO, because we're still going to stay in all 2-prize Pokemon. We're not going to put in Pokmeon, and it forces them to go 3-2-2. And we love going into 2-2 matches with Raging Bolt, right? That's kind of our goal, right? Is to speed things up and get to that. So I don't hate this. I wish we had an Ultra Ball for a Lily's Clefairy, but that's whatever. We might need the bench space too. It sucks that we lost 2 of our Area Zeros, so hopefully we can run into one of the Area Zeros here too. Yeah, let's see where this goes. All right. Well, I mean, this is tough, right? I think we're in a really hard spot at this point. I am going to Night Stretcher for a Grass Energy in hopes that we can find something that gets us a little bit more. And that doesn't help. So we're in a tough spot, right? I could Ultra Ball for a Fez, in hopes that we hit the stadium to open up our bench. But if I don't get it, then we don't have any attackers, right? Do we have an E-switch? We got Glass Trumpet. That doesn't help us. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. And we don't got the KO there. Bro, this is rough, man. We're gonna have to find a way into that stadium. Damn. Well, I think this is gonna be a loss for sure, right? We don't really have a way back into this. Yeah, kind of a bummer, right? I mean, I guess we should have held on to that stadium, so we could have been in a little bit better place. Well, yeah, we'll see. I mean, if they get out of the active here, it's pretty much a wipe. Not what we wanted to see. Really, really needed that other stadium to open up our bench space, right? So that's all right, man. We go to 2-1 on the night. Not the end of the world. Certainly not where we wanted to be. Yeah. I'd like to say GG's, but that's not how I feel, bro. I feel pissed off. God dang it. That's all right. Let's jump into the next one. See if we can get a little bit better run. You know, I think probably the mistake there, right, is putting that stadium in a little bit early. Should have held that stadium so we could have expanded the bench when we needed to, and not having it in play, because then we couldn't get rid of some of our liabilities, right? We couldn't get rid of any of those Meowths. They were just stuck on the bench, not helping us. And again, the other thing I want to see is does the Xerosix Machinations help me in this deck? I would say at this point it's been very mid. And should I tech for one deck, right? Should I tech just for Alakazam? I don't know. I mean, it's not showing up a ton. When I'm in, when I've gone to some of these locals recently, I've only seen one Alakazam deck, right? So it's not like it's all over the place or it's running rampant. Bro, what the hell are we supposed to do with all these damn Ultra Balls, man? Well, you know, unfortunately, our only answer for Crustle is Pokmeon. This is another deck I really don't want to be seeing, right? That's just such a disappointment that Crustle was good in Prague. And so at this point, I'm not even sure the right way to play through this. We made a short yesterday on this. Is that the spiky? I thought that was a ignition energy for a second, and I was super confused, right? I was like, God dang, what's happening there? Alright, well. See what we can get out of this. We're doing 20-40. We're only doing 60 damage at this point, which, I mean, they're healing that no problem, right? They got no issues. Alright, 20, 40, 60. So they're at 80 at this point. I mean, so at least we're taking the KO, which I think is what we're going to have to do. You know, I think we've been discussing what's the best way to get around this with Raging Bolt. Unfortunately, there's like no answers, right? That's why Crustle was just so good in Prague, is just nobody had good answers outside of the Dunsparce, right? Which is crazy, right? The fact that the Dunsparce was so good against it, I think we're going to see a big uptick in that here in the U.S. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Right, bro. I mean, it's so disappointing. All right. I think, you know, I don't want to get rid of the Fez, but we got to get another Meowth on board and get into Lilies, I think. Let's go make sure the Lilies isn't prized. No, okay. You know, if we can get our bench big enough, at least we're hitting okay, but not going to be hitting enough to take a KO, but that's whatever. Let's, like you said, this is our only way through it, right? Gosh dang it. Well, we got to hope this is a stadium here or something. Okay. Nothing else here really helps us out. I don't know if it's even worth attaching energy at this point. I guess we just hit for 100, man. The whole thing sucks, bro. The whole thing. There's not one good thing about this matchup for us. Yeah, and of course he's got the grass energy, right? You know, and I don't know, right? Is there any way to win this matchup? I think the answer to that's no. Right? I don't think we have a single way to win this. And so it's been disappointing for sure. You know, we've tried to look at what are other ways to play around this, or like you said, the only way is we got to get in fast. We have to like go second and be knocking out immediately. But even then, what are the chances of winning a best of 3 when we're in LA? You know, so the best Raging Bolt deck at Prague was the one that was designed by Ian Robb. He wasn't the one running it, but it was his deck, his 60. And that one's very different than what I'm running because it has the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon in there. But I really like having the Lilies Clefairy for almost every other matchup, right? I think I same thing when I look at LA, do I just have to hope I don't run into single prize decks? Like, Alakazam we have a couple answers for, but realistically we got nothing for let's see, sorry, my bad. Let's go here. I'm probably going to get Itchy, which isn't going to matter because we don't have a single item in hand anyways. So the one card that my buddy and I were talking about the other day, dude, I gotta go back into our chat to look at it. Where you at, Dakota? So the one card we talked about was this Deontay, the Deontay from Stellar Crown, and so it has a diffuse reflection, which is 40 times each special energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. So realistically, we could get some reliable numbers with that, right? Are we taking a KO? Not if they're over 300. I guess it's not impossible. I'll try to see if I can find that Deontay. When we get through this match, I'll go find that Deontay so we can kind of see what it looks like. Sorry, let me figure out what we actually want to do here. Do we Crispin KO? I don't think that's the right play. I think we go here. Here, let's set up the stadium. I don't know if we should attach or not. I think we're going to attach and then I don't know. We're going to take the KO, man. I like playing aggressive. We're going to just make it happen. Let's just go aggressive. So the Deontay, I think, could be an answer. So right, so say that guy thinks they have us like dead to rights, and they're just going to keep winning, and we're able to let them get to like a huge amount of special energy. Then I guess we have a small window. Bro, that's how it always goes. When I don't need the heads, I hit the freaking heads, right? Every time. Yeah, so my buddy and I talked about that Deontay is maybe an answer. But it's not a better attacker than Pokmeon in almost every other matchup. Right, I mean, losing to Crustal's probably worse right now, right? Because realistically, some of the people who could run Crustal well aren't even good, or aren't great players. They just have found a way to be successful within the meta. So, nah, I mean that's everybody. That's all of us, right? I mean, unfortunately, you'll tech something perfect. You know, we got the Zerosix in here, and I'll see Alakazam, and I'll prize it, right? I'll prize it twice in a row. You know, I was at NAIC last year. I prized both Joltix twice in one matchup. Absolutely wild. Zero ways to win from that, right? There's not a single way I can get a W in that situation. Right. Right. I mean, but I do wonder, right? So we see this a lot, right? Is we'll have matchups that are bad for like that are tough matchups, but then people find ways to tech for it, and by the time we get to the next tournament, it's not as you know, then that card doesn't do as well. And so we certainly see that in most tournaments, right? We see a deck that does great, and by the next tournament it's changed, right? So I really hope that I guess we're just going to take the KO. Are we set up for next turn? Okay. Really wish we had an Ultra Ball in hand. That would make life a lot easier. Well, yeah. So I mean, Pokmeon is awesome. Okay, that's my normal, right? 3 heads versus the Badoo, bro. It's normal. I mean, Pokmeon is so tough right now because we can take knockouts against Pheasantippides, Meowth, Mega Kangaskhan's. I mean, it's hitting for weakness in a lot of different matchups. as a single prize attacker. So I don't think you take Pokmeon out to put in whatever we're teching for Crustle. We just have to figure out what we want to play for, right? What would be the best other thing? Well, right, I think they should understand not to put Kang in. I mean, they probably, if they start with Kang, they don't have they don't have an option, right? But shouldn't they know not to even put Kangaskhan in against us, right? I mean, I think that's the play they're looking at. Bro, kind of surprised. Couldn't they? Should have put 50 on him, right? Or are they going to do that on the next turn? A little unsure here. I mean, unfortunately, we don't have the switch, the E switch, or the lightning energy in hand because that'd make life way easier right here. Yeah, didn't have an option with the Kangaskhan, right? That was weird, right? Still unsure why they attacked in that manner. All right, let's hit 2 grass here. That would make life a lot easier. I guess we'll settle for 1. So this is where I keep debating, right? If we had Prime Catcher, we're in such a better place right now. Okay, so... And we got the KO here. Alright, we're already up 2, so... I guess we'll go here and then Meowth for... do we have enough energy here? We got 1, 2, 3. So we should have... Yeah, we should have plenty of energy to be able to Crispin at this point. You know, we need Pokmeon in this matchup. I mean, I think we get rid of Pokmeon at this point because we can Night Stretcher if we have to. I don't think we're even going to use it. You know, again, I think it's tough having all these Meowths around in this deck too because they're such liabilities. But realistically, if people are knocking out the Meowth, then we have our other attackers ready and around, so... Yeah, unsure, right? Is having the Dragapult here going to be bad? Should we just... I guess we should have kept the Lilies and we should have KO'd with the... that's kind of a bummer. Misplayed that for sure. Well, I don't think we have no more fighting energy, but that'll be okay. See what we got going here. So, right, life would be so much better if it was a stage 1 that we can just get straight into and start attacking. Right, I think that'd be way better. Right. I think I totally misplayed this because they're going to take 4 prizes on this next turn. I guess we're going to have to hope we can get into... let's see here. Do we have another energy in the discard? No. Unfortunately, missed that one. We'll find out how bad it hurts us here on the next turn. Yeah, again, we got to find a decent way through Crustle. Is there one with Raging Bolt? The answer might be no. So I think this week I'll tech in Deontay and see like what that looks like. But who else is running special energies that we're going to get KOs with? I mean, Alakazam only runs 4, so that's 160. I guess that's enough to knock out Alakazam, but how often do they have all 4 in play? Yeah, I mean, that's certainly an interesting thought, right? So another deck that I played last Monday that was fun as hell was, all right, so why they what? Oh, bro, we're gonna lose to these MFers, bro, right? Because they're gonna put 20 here, 40 there, take the KO. I totally F that up. God dang it, Noah. F me, bro. God damn it. I hate when I make mistakes like that. So anyways, on Monday I was running Yon Mega, and we had some really sweet turns with that. But anyways, we've been wondering if there's, because after you attack, right, you get a switch 3 of the grass energies to your bank. Well, it doesn't have to be grass. It can be 3 energies. So if you attached a different energy, you'd then be able to put 3 of those energy onto a benched Pokemon. So is there a fire Pokemon that we can attach 3 colorless or 3 colorless and a fire that can be KOing that? I don't know the answer to that. Is there a basic one? I'd have to do some research. Because realistically, that Yanma was fun otherwise, right? Like, I loved it. I thought it was great. We finished the night going 7-0 down the stretch, all against meta-type decks. Nobody running Crustle, but nah, it's okay. Well, right. So the Crustals, the 2 Crustals that were successful in Prague, were running 1 grass energy, and the other one was running 2 grass energy. So it's all special energy for sure. Again, but if we're taking for a single matchup, that's really hard to. We already said it, man. We're going to prize the card we need, anyways. It feels like, right? All right. Well, we got a little ways to go here to find what we need. We Ultra Ball for. I guess we could Ultra Ball into Cyrano and get Kangaskhan in the active. My only worry with this matchup is I'd like to take a knockout with Pashimian at some point. So if they take the 3 prizers, we put them on even prizes. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing yet either, guy. I'm trying to figure it out. All right, let's I think we're gonna try to get into Cyrano here and get going a little bit better. Right. I mean, while it would be unbelievably great if we got into that, how often is it going to happen or work? Not much, bro. Not much. So do we want Cyrano or do we want to? I think instead of Cyrano, we want a whole new hand. I think we need nothing in here is going to help us really much on the next turn. So, I mean that's at least we got into some of what we needed here, right? All right, I'll take a Latios here, right? So we can get out of the active a little bit better. Oh, bro. So I think Christ. I'm assuming we're seeing that we're seeing a mirror match. So I'm a little worried to put out the lilies and attach, right? I think I don't know what I'm doing either, guy. I'm trying to get it figured out. I'm thinking. Okay. Well, I like that a little bit better where we can get in here instead. I know, dude. I'm getting it going. Settle it down, bro. I'm talking. I'm trying to get my moves together. Yeah, the Clefairy Ogre pretty dang fun deck, dude. I ran into that yesterday with this Raging Bolt, and I got pretty lucky with a win on that one for sure. Um, and you're running it with like the with Iono's Pearl, or not Iono's Pearl, my bad, with the Lily's Pearl, right? So Christ makes you got to take a ton of different KOs sometimes in those positions. If the guy's able to get to enough to take out the Kangaskhan, that's going to be wild. Wild, bro. He's probably going. I mean, you can't go Cyrano. Yeah. I mean, he's going to have like E switch attached too. I mean, that's going to be pretty tough. We'll see. So this could be the same setup that Ian again that took I think like top 8 in Prague. I think it was like 7ish with the Wellspring. And now we're in even more trouble because we don't have the Prime Catcher, right? So that makes things a lot more difficult. All right, well, we're in a tougher spot for sure on this one. Is there any stretch to get where we need? We Ultra Ball. We're not going to be there anyways. I guess we got to hope these 2 cards are legit. What 2 cards are we going to get here? Neither of those what we wanted. You know, realistically, it's hard to go with Xerosix here because they're not going to discard what they're going to use on the next turn. Now, I guess that's the play we're taking. Unfortunately, they're going to be way up in pricing here for sure. I mean, we could get into like a boss or something here on the next turn if we hit the lightning. Still have a chance to get into something decent. Right? It's like, God damn it, how do I beat Pult? And now it's like, how do I beat Crustle? How the hell do we get Crustle out of here? We need so many people to tech against Crustle that it's just freaking over, right? That I guess that ends the turn, bro. There's not a whole bunch else we can do here. Yeah, I don't know, guy. I don't know either. Yeah, I mean, so the Crustle matchup for sure has not been great and or fun in either sense, right? Is it worse than Snorlax was a few years back? I don't know if it's any worse than Snorlax. I think they're equally upsetting, right? They're equally disturbing and frustrating. You know, that would be an interesting matchup. Maybe I need to put the Snorlax deck back together, and the kid and I need to do a Crustle Snorlax battle and see which one's the worst, which makes us more pissed off, right? Which one do we get more mad with? All right, guy, fine, bro. What the hell, man? We hit a dry spell here. I started off the night 3-0. And I've been playing, not been finding what I need. Been really frustrated. This Crustle talk got me all worked up, bro. Got me all angry. Damn Crustle. Dude, what up, Victor, man? Thanks for jumping in chat. Um, yeah, do we been deck testing a bit tonight, trying to get ready for LA coming up. Um, I'm assuming I'll play Raging Bolt just because it's what I'm the most comfortable with, but if I continue to have such terrible luck with it, maybe not, right? I guess not. I'm assuming I'm going to run Raging Bolt, more so because I'm just more confident and competent with it. Um, I know I have matchups that are just bad, but my Dragapult matchups are not terrible. So I do think that Dragapult to Dunsparce is going to show up pretty often. Um, After how things showed up in Prague, but Crustal's going to be around, which again we've been discussing. How do we even get through that? My son, who's much better than I am, he's running Dragapult Blaziken in the junior division, um, and he's been kicking ass lately. He's been on a really good run. He's won, I don't know, six or seven straight cups that we've been to, um, and if we do well enough at this regional, we're hoping we can get some good championship points. And who knows? I mean, Worlds is still a little bit away, but I think he's got the skill to make it there. So we'll see. All right, so I'm not ready for a low punny deck, right? That wasn't what I was expecting. However, our hand sucks, so let's switch it up here. So I don't know. Do we go into Cyrano? I mean, we've got decent energy here, so I think we'll go Cyrano and at least get some grass energy on board, so we got some good play into to Absol, right? So I think if we go here and here, we're in a decent spot, and if we can top deck or Mega Kang into a Raging Bolt, I'd be fine with that. The other thing that's good with this deck too, right, is we still have the Pokmeon, who's also KO in this 3-prize low punny pretty easy. So hopefully we find a way to get 2 3-prize KOs here and just get after it, right? That's kind of the goal. Yeah, so you're not the first. You're not the first one that's talked about this on stream. Um, I think we'll just hold on to that. Let me e-switch. Let's. All right. Let's. Man, I have to keep getting rid of Fez, but I think we get rid of Fez and Zerosix, I guess. I think that's where we go, and then get a Raging Bolt on board with some energy. I mean, we're in an all right spot, right? We don't look bad right here. Not the best first turn ever, but certainly not the worst, right? Um, yeah, I agree with you, Jeremy. We've had multiple people on stream who've talked about liking Okidogi. I agree. I think it's fun to play. We have played it on stream a couple weeks ago and did like it. Okay. I mean, do we have the KO here into low punny to start with, right? Because we're already at 714. Then we'll go 21 to 28. So we got to find another energy if we're going to take the KO directly here. Okay. What did he just put on there? A Rocky Fighting helmet? It's interesting. I mean, I haven't seen much of Mega Absol here post rotation, right? I think losing the turbo, using the turbo energizer certainly has been really tough on it and hasn't been as good. Again, we talked about this already on stream. I don't care if they take a 3-prize KO comparative to a 2-prize. It's not. It makes no difference within the race. Well, that was easier than I even expected, bro. I mean, I think, again, like we know, like some of these single prize decks are just so tough right now, right? But if you can't beat Dragapult, it's just so hard to be successful competitively. And once we get into Chaos Rising, then you're going to have to be able to beat Mega Greninja, right? So I find it hard sometimes to put all this work into a deck if I can't run it. If I can't run it in another month or so. So, yeah, and just today, my son and I actually deck tested with Mega Greninja. So we have all the cards we needed out of Ninja Spinner for it, and it is absolutely wild, man. Like, super fun. Yeah, no, I'm surprised. I think they conceded because they realized we were going to have a KO, and if we go up 3 in that, oh gosh, dang it, dude, this does not look good. This does not look good. Right? This already looks bad. I haven't even done nothing. Jeremy, you on the other side? You the one playing me right now? Oh Christ! I guess pass, man. I don't like that turn. Yeah. So you say you're pretty new. So how new are you to playing, and what got you into it? Right? Were you like collector and then you got into playing, or? Dude, another low punny deck? This is wild, bro. And realistically, where we want to go here, I mean, we're in a lot of trouble with that Clefairy sitting down there, right? And we're in an okay spot. I mean, either of these supporters we have aren't terrible, but I certainly don't want to be in the active and go behind 2 to. I mean, but if they're going into a oh my god, what is going on over here? This is wild, right? I've not seen this deck at all, right? This is definitely a new matchup I haven't seen. Well, Raging Bolt's my main attacker, and it's because you can get massive KOs, right? Especially with people running these mega Pokemon. All right, let's go. I guess we're just going to go Cyrano so we can get our draw engine on board. Let's go here. We don't need Meowth, right? We got 2 Meowth in our hand. I guess Fez. And so the reason I went back to Raging Bolt is it's what I've been the most successful with within my Pokemon career, as you could call it, I guess. So I started playing about 3 years ago because my son really got into Pokemon. So, I mean, I guess we can take a. I mean, I don't want to go behind in prize, like go down 2 in prizing. I guess pass. so we got into Pokemon about 3 years ago. My son was given one of the trick or trade packs, and he would have been like 7 at the time, I think 7 or 8, and just loved Pokemon from there. Um, and he wanted to start playing the card game, but he was just like making up his own rules, right? He was like, I have Charizard, I win. So I was like, hell no, man. Like, we got to figure out the real rules and figure out how we're supposed to play this. All right, let's see what we can get into here. And so that made me just decide we'd start playing. And again, he really enjoyed it. He had a great time. I mean, are they taking a KO on Kangaskhan anyways? I don't know. I guess this is where we're going. We'll go here, here. And so for Christmas that year, I built him his first Pokemon deck. So I was looking up like what he should play, and he was a huge Eternatus fan because he played Sword and Shield at the time. So because of that, I built him the Eternatus VMAX deck, and him and I played a few times in person for a month or so, and then we showed up to like Pokemon night, and it was a tournament. I didn't even know what that meant, and the kid won. So I knew at that point he was pretty damn good. His first tournament he ever went to, he went 4-0 and took home the championship, and we've been addicted to playing Pokemon ever since. And again, he's certainly, especially at the junior level, he's really good. Why'd they put up why'd they put up Buneri, bro? I'm so confused what's going on over here. Too busy giving up our story. But yeah, so last year we was our first year making like a big push and going to some regionals. We went to NAIC last year, and you know, he played pretty well considering the fact we only got 2 hours of sleep. We had really hard time flying into New Orleans last year. There was a lot of flooding. Dude, bro, I'm so confused what this guy's got going. I mean, I guess let's just boss up the Togekiss, right? Where's Meowth? Yeah, so we got into NAIC last year right around 1:32 in the morning, and then had to get ready to play, and he still went 4-3-1, and had a great time. And again, he played really well. Okay, so let's go here and here. And so this year is his last year at juniors, and so we're seeing how this regional goes. If he can do well, then we'll try to get back to NAIC. I don't know if we'll be able to make it work or not. But if we can, we're definitely hoping he can make it into Worlds. And then all our family lives in San Francisco, so it'll be easy for us to get to and enjoy and have fun too. Right. Yeah, didn't even think about Pokemon for a long time. I understand that. Yeah, so I don't know. When I was little, the cards weren't around yet. So I realistically, holy shit! Look at all the cards we gotta get rid of. Okay, I know I don't need you. I don't need you. Too bad we don't have a ton of some energy to get rid of here. What else we got over here? None of that. Let's go E-switch. I'll get rid of a stadium. We need the Crispin. Do we need this Raging Bolt? Let's say no. No. Which is the last one? We get rid of Crispin or Meowth instead. I mean, we can Meowth for Crispin, right? No, let's keep Crispin. No, keep Crispin. Get rid of Meowth. Oh, okay, all right. At least it worked out the way we wanted it to, anyways. Christ, we just got rid of our whole deck, bro. Well, again, I run this deck specifically, Victor, because it is powerful. It is strong. Now, I wouldn't say that this deck is overpowered. We have some really bad matchups that are a struggle. All right, so we don't have another. Our other boss is prized. I wish we could just boss up KO, right? But let's All right, let's go. I think we need the fighting on that guy. Let's go fighting and another lightning. Jesus Christ, this Ogre Pond's gonna be freaking stacked over here. But again, I think, you know, the hopes are is we're able to. I mean, they're not going to go into another 3 prize Pokemon. I think at this point, I think they're trying to get 3 prizes out of this. Out of the Greninja, so we'll kind of see where it ends up. And we got Unfair Stamp sitting here for our next turn, right? So, all right, did we use Run Errand? We did, so let's just take the KO. Yeah, so when I was a kid, the cards weren't really around till I was, I feel like till I was like in high school, and by that point I was solely into sports, but I did watch a ton of the anime like as a kid. And so I did really like Pokemon, and so then when my kid got into it, right, that drove me into the game more too. Right, the dude I'm playing against, well, I think they were hopeful I would just go into Raging Bolt and they could take the KO with Lilies, but they can't at this point. So, I mean, they're going to take 3 prizes here, but they still got to get 3 KOs, and we only got to get 2, hopefully, right? Oh, all right. Another W? Nah, Victor, it's just because I'm so damn good, right? I wish that was the answer. I wish the answer was, I'm the fucking best. But it's not. But we are in Masters, right? So we're in the Masters division in Master Ball, right? So we're all the way at the top. I haven't even collected my winnings yet. And we started the day off like around 15-20-ish, so I actually have a losing record today, but that's because I've been actually deck testing several other decks today. Once I got back onto Raging Bolt, we kind of made things swing around. Let's go heads. All right, thanks everybody for jumping in. If you need the code cards, please grab them. We got a whole ETB we've been going through this week. If you don't need them, man, just let them slide to the next guy. That'd be great. And then, yeah, jump in chat. Let me know how you're doing tonight. What's going on? Again, we're deck testing for LA next week. Hoping we can find a way to beat Crustle. That's the only other thing we'd be talking about. And finding out a better way to have a better start because this hand sucks. Dude, it's going to be Crustle for sure, 100%. Okay, at least it's not Crustle, but I don't know. We're going to be seeing like a different Raging Bolt setup. I think that's certainly possible. Right, come find me. Goddamn. So I built Crustle Friday for 2 videos that we did this weekend, and oh man, I was so mad as I was putting it together. Right, I was just so disappointed in myself. Bro, I guess, dude, we have to Meowth out. lilies out of this hand, right? I mean, I don't think we have any other options that are going to make this better because we're in a really tough spot. Our hand sucks. You know, I had a pretty good matchup 2 nights ago where I actually had to like burst roar turn 1, discard like a shit ton. I think I had 5 energy in hand and still found a way back into the win, which was absolutely crazy. Bro, this isn't any better, right? We didn't get better this turn. I guess there we have the Night Stretcher. I think we're gonna just get an Ogre Pawn, see if we can get some draw going here. At least we're gonna be able to teal dance this turn and next turn if we have to. And we got the other Meowth, but man, I'm only running 1 Lilies in this deck. All right, well, I guess we gotta hope we can Zero-6 the hell out of him this next turn. Or get a Raging Bolt here, that'd be okay. Oh, nope. And turn, bro. That was not what we were looking to do. Well, no. So Cyrano certainly gets you a better board state. So this is what I've been debating is, and that's why we're only running 1 Lilies. But I think because my hand was so bad on the other end, I don't know how much it would have helped, but certainly would have been a better board state than we are now. Dude, weird that we see this, right? This is not a deck I've seen. I'm a little unsure, like why is it popular right now too, right? I don't know. I'm a little unsure on that. Okay, so and their hand is not great. They're not doing much. I don't know if I Zero-6, if we Crispin. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know, unfortunately, what always gets me is I like playing too aggressive. I've known that for a long time that I need to be able to slow down. I just don't like to. I'd rather just play super aggressive, take KOs. That's why I like Raging Bolt, right? The fact that I can hit most anything and KO them. Those are the kind of turns I like taking, and I do know that at times it costs me. All right, let's. I guess pass, bro. Pass. No, yeah. No, I mean I could have ciphered, but their hand's not great, and okay, so guess let's go here, and then now we cipher maniacs. Maybe we make them so mad they just concede because we don't got dick going on over here either. I mean, I guess we could take a KO with Ogre Pawn. We could like switch to the Ogre Pawn and take a KO, but again, I don't think that puts us in any better spot moving forward. We'll just kind of have to see. I mean, should they have to get rid of a ton of decent cards there, right? I mean, Jesus Christ, look at all them items they got rid of, bro. So who is the Terra Pokemon they're running? The Greninjas? If that's the only one, it's going to take forever to get into it and then get into your Hoot, right? I mean, that seems pretty tough. I guess we pass again. No, I mean it's 100% the truth. That's how you're supposed to do it. God dang, dude. So you're supposed to go into the Cyrano early, get your board state better, and that's certainly the correct play to make. Bro. Okay, I mean I guess Crispin. So this is where I don't know, right? Do we just I mean, I'm already bored, man. I feel like we got to take the KO. I wish we had a boss, right? I mean, not that I couldn't just keep passing, but they're not taking. They're doing what 170. So they're not getting up to. The only way they can knock out Raging Bolt, right, is they're going to have to get into Dusclops. Okay, so. Do we go one more turn in hopes that we can get the boss for our next turn? I guess so. And are they running the Mega Frostlass? So the other thing is we gotta be careful of is getting our hand size too big if they're running the Mega Frostlass, because that's how they're going to take a KO too. And realistically, we'll be able to get our hand size down pretty small here on this next turn. I think we're going to boss KO the Frogadier and the Croaky, as I call it, even though I know his name is Froakie. I still call him Croaky, bro. My son hates me for it. He gets mad when I'm calling him Croaky. All right, so we got going over here. We got the 2 energy. All right, so let's I think we're going to go here. I don't love this, but I do want to keep these other options for now. Bro, we prized the last mouth. Christ. Well... You know, I don't know if we want... I mean, we talked about it, right? Do I put out Mega Kangaskhan? I mean, it gives a separate target. I don't know. I think... We're just going to have to see where this goes. This is not what I expected, but... This is such a weird deck that we're playing against. I was not expecting whatever this is, but... Whatever, if their play was to get into Mega Frostlass, we got 0 cards in our hand, so... I guess I'm not too worried about that. I guess now we got 1 card in our hand, right? Uno cards in the hand. Yes. Should I have just put 700 damage counters on that on that Fan Rotom just because? Yeah, I agree, right? He's either just passing or I don't know what. I mean, again, he got rid of a lot of good cards in his hand to start with, right? Yeah, I don't know. Okay. All right, good thing we're going to Teal Dance into a Latios, and then we'll be in a great state. I guess I could have just attached. Should have just attached and retreated. Bro, I don't know what's going on here. Wish we could just start getting into it a little bit. Too bad I misplayed that, right? We should have gone attach, pass. So I find this weird. If his only Terra Pokemon is the Greninja, that's bad, right? That's not good if that's his only Terra Pokemon. I feel like there's got to be a different Terra out there. I mean, realistically, I didn't see which energy he grabbed. Let's go back. What did he grab with Hilda? Oh, wait, did he use Hilda? Okay, so what did he get? All right. And Crystal. Okay. Why is he using Mirage Barrage? Doesn't make much sense here, right? Does it? Bro, I'm lost. I'm so lost here. I mean, I guess so. He's gonna put 50 on a Meowth. He'll take 4 prizes this turn, putting me on to even prizes. But it'll be 4. I'll come back in and go to 2. No, I'll go down to. I'll be at 4. I have no idea what's happening. Right, the right play is to. Now he's going to Dusclops a kitty. Is that what's going to happen? I don't know. I'm still confused as hell. I don't know what other things can help him on this turn. I mean, we certainly don't have a great hand. Right, I mean, we barely got a damn hand. I'm still unsure where we're headed with this. Really not sure what's going on. So with Noctowl, you can only use his ability if you have a Terra Pokemon in play, which he does with the Greninja. And it's search your deck for 2. Does that give him enough for the KO? Yeah. Interesting. I mean, I assume we would have just gone with a cat, but whatever. Now we got the KO here anyways. Getting that lightning energy is going to maybe come in clutch. Yeah, you get to grab 2 trainer cards, so it is pretty powerful. I don't know. This guy's in a worse spot than us. He's only got 1 card in hand, right? Now he's going to have 3, so. Or 5, my bad. I don't know. That was not what I was expecting. Unfortunately, we misplayed the hell out of a lot of this stuff too, so. Let's go here and. I don't know. Let's see if out of what they got, they're able to take the KO. So I guess we got to keep this. Let's go 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, right? If they take the KO on the Raging Bolt, we're finished anyways. So I guess we got to hope they can't find it. But not a great. Certainly haven't played this matchup correctly. So if we find a way into a win, we're pretty damn lucky on that end. I mean, realistically, they can't even use Noctowl at this point, right? Because they don't have a Terra Pokemon in play. Dude, the last Meowth is still in the prizes? Dude, we needed badly to get that Meowth out of the prizes. So what? I mean, they got to be running the Mega Frostlass, so we certainly don't want our hand to be too big. Okay. And we got Night Stretcher for energy. Or energy retrieval, that works too. Wouldn't mind, well, dude, so what's prized is the boss and the Meowth? Nah, we still got 2 boss in. So we gotta teal dance into a boss, and then we'll feel more comfortable. Buck catch and say it. Man, we wanted an energy, not the ogre pond. Man, we're still missing. We still haven't seen a Latios either, right? And do we go into the Fez? Bro. I am unsure. I think let's see how much energy we got. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, dude, I think we have to go with energy because we're almost out of energy. Nah, we're doing Fez, bro, because we got a chance to hit a Latios. We can also hit the boss. Oh, frick me, man. Screwed that up. Now let's E-switch. Here. Retreat. 714. Unsure where this is going to go. Again, if we find a way to a win, I think we're lucky, right? We certainly had some misplays. I mean, finally found the Meowth, so I guess I don't know. Do they take the KO with Frostlass? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn, we needed to bench all of those Pokemon. Okay, woof. We got lucky. If they had Hilda, we took the L. Hilda was the win for them, right? Yeah, so you guys haven't, please go smash the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please go do so. We're trying our hardest to grow the channel. Been putting a lot of work in here the last few months to get better content. So also let me know if there's anything you think we need to change. If you watch some videos, hit up the description and tell me what we could do better or what you like. Kind of what's helped me evolve the channel into certain things. One of the all-time matches. I'll put it into a long form video because of how great it was. Bro. All right, so haven't seen Ceruledge in a while. I don't know how good this is going to be post-rotation. I mean, it's going to be okay, but not great. I guess we can just crisp and KO the only Ceruledge, or Charcadet, right? I don't mind that. Again, this is how I like playing, man. Super aggressive, super fast. I'm screw getting Serrano, bro. I'm taking the KO. I guess another grass. Dude, the fact that we got 4 grass energy in hand already is a little bit overkill, right? A little bit overkill. Burp. Okay. I mean, at least we know to get rid of the grass energy, right? That makes life a little bit easier over here. Drillbur's also only a single energy. That's going to make life easier. Well, I do have so I do have a list going on how my matchups are. I don't know if I can. I'm not going to pull it up on my. But so I have a running list of. Jesus Christ, 2 Drillbur. Bro, we need a boss. Boss. Fighting Gong. Into another Drillbur? Oh. So I do have a running list of how the matchups are going, what I'm winning and losing against. Again, right now, my Dragapult numbers look really good. So, part of why I like running this deck is I feel like I can have success versus it. Come on, boss. Dude, what is up with all these grass energies, bro? Yeah, boss would have been, we didn't get it. I guess, dude, we got too many grass energy. We'll just go here, take the KO. And how many energy they put over there? Like 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Well, it must have top decked that. All right. Well, at least we got the Ultra Ball. Oh my God! I'm surprised he had the. What the hell? What was this guy doing, bro? If that was his hand, why did he not? He wanted the energy to get discarded, I guess. But so we're at 7. It's going to be 8. Probably 9, 10. This is going to be absolutely crazy. This bro gets back into this. Well, yeah. Now we got the boss. We don't freaking need it. Bro's going to take the KO here, bro. You're gonna discard 40 cards in one turn. I mean, is he gonna? If he doesn't hit it, does he try to sit behind the Drillbur? My bad, Drillbur. My bad, buddy. Of course, it's 2 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What's that put him at? I got to do math again. Enough now. That's a pretty crazy ass turn this dude just had. I'm really surprised. Very surprised he got that. I mean, we're going to be okay, right? Because we're going to be able to Crispin KO here, right? 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. They're going to boss up and take out an Ogre Pawn, I would assume. Or they can just hit into Rage and Bolt, too. I don't think it's going to matter. Bro, that was absolutely wild turn that bro just had. Crazy. All right, what do we got over here? Dude, it's our last Meowth. I guess we can pull the other one out of the prizes, right? Yeah, so we got one more Meowth in the prizes, so we got to hope that's what we get. Let's make sure we got the Crispy. There's 3 Crispins left and a crap ton of energy. Only 1 fighting, so that's good to remember where we're at there. All right, trying to think of what the right turn is here next. They're going to take the KO, right? So, oh, we got the other fighting in hand, so we're all right. Unsure if we Night Stretcher here. If we wait till the next turn. So 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. Okay. I mean, I wonder if they're going to... I mean, I still think we take all the energy here. I don't know, because I think this is where they're going to KO. Force them... Well, they have the boss, right? So... Let's go 7... Dude, what the heck? It's not letting me... Oh, never mind. My bad, my bad, my bad. 7, 14, 21, 28. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes through. I'm not sure. Right, we're gonna have to top deck, or we're gonna have to get the prized Meowth, and then I think we got the win. Oh, bro! I think we'll be okay, right? We can. We got the Ultra Ball. We're going to have 2 bench spots open. Man, it is going to be tough, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 1 more grass energy in play. Yeah, we'll find out. We're about to see, right? We're about to see how it works. You know, I haven't thought about this before, but you know what card is terrible if you're playing Cerulege? Xerosix Mechanation, right? Don't play Xerosix if you're playing against a Cerulege deck, right? MFR just get rid of all his energy, right? All right, well, they just played the Legacy, right? So now we in a whole bunch of hurt. Now we in a whole bunch of hurt, bro. You know, and this is where we needed, unfortunately, don't have the Prime. You know, if we had the Prime Catcher, we'd be in a decent spot. I think we just lost, though. I think we just lost. Let's see. Let's, No, not you. Yeah, pretty interesting, right? I mean, how fast that guy got into what he needed. And we talked about this early, right? Is, I don't know, dude. That dude had maybe the best second turn of all time, right? That no way that guy gets a second turn like that any other time of his life. E-Switch don't help us right now. All right, let's see if we can run into something here with Fez. I mean, I think otherwise, I think it's over here, right? How many Cerulege they got in the discard? Just 1. Plus 9 million energy. All right, well, KO there, man. Bro, what the F? You know, this is another thing that's a little frustrating is if he didn't literally have the hand of all time on that second hand, it was over, right? We had the boss KO onto his only Char Cadet. So him finding that win is crazy. That's an absolutely crazy turn. Bro, not what I want to end on. We better get something good here. I don't want to be going to bed feeling like this, bro. Yeah, interesting, right? I think you know, when I've built that deck before, I've never put Drillburs in it. And that's literally what won him, right? Having 2 Drillburs, getting 6 extra energy by turn 2 in the discard pile was absolutely wild, life-saving for that guy, right? Bro, are we playing Cerulege again? Excuse me. Okay. Bro, enough with the grass energy, man. Dude, what the hell? I would have taken a boss because then we could at least KO'd the the Riolu, right? Dude, we about to take another L here, I think. We just got bricked. Nah, dude, we're already in trouble. We're we way behind already, and we got nothing. We got to hope that whatever we get out of Fez is good. I guess I should have attached the lightning energy to Fez that last turn. That would have made more sense. I was already too disappointed out of our last match. And the answer is yes. Once Cerulege gets going good, it can just absolutely cook. The problem is so often it just doesn't get there, right? Holy hell. Alright, these better be the best 3 cards we can find. I mean, Christ. No. So I would like to get lilies out there, but I feel like they're just gonna kill it immediately. So we're just gonna have to go back. We're just gonna have to go down by a couple here. In hopes that we got a way back into it here. We're gonna have to get some decent cards off of this for sure. Tough few matches we've had here, right? We haven't had a good starting hand for a minute. And so when this happens, I always wonder if it's my fault, right? Is it the deck's fault? Is this TCG Live's fault? Bro. I get it, guy. I get it. You're great. Yeah, so again, I don't understand sometimes, like, well, right, so I think that's why this Lucario deck hasn't been as successful as I think most people had hoped post-rotation. Because there's too many decks running the Lily's Clefairy. It's just, it just is, right? It's all over the place right now. So, I mean, this guy's got everything going. We got a whole bunch of nothing. All right, good job. Good job, Lucario. Right, so it's a good question, right? How often do I need the bug catching set, or does it get what I need? I have seen some of these running like 1 instead of 2, but I hate teching in a single card. We kind of talked similarly about that with like how we want to beat Crustle or whatever. Realistically, the biggest thing is just getting the energies and getting them on board because we no longer have Earthen Vessel. So it's kind of the replacement for Earthen Vessel in hopes that you can, oh my god, come on, King, that you can get energy and be able to then start accelerating that energy. So realistically, it's just the way of getting it. So, you know, instead of bug catching set, could we put in, you know, energy search or something like that? I mean, I think the answer to that could be yes. I think because we're running 8 grass energy, the hopes are that you're just hitting into the grass energy. All right, so first time tonight we've seen Frostlass Mega Starmie. Again, I think what's tough here is we got to keep our hand size small with Frostlass for sure. All right, let's see what we get out of the run errand here. All right, so be able to keep our hand real small, bro. That hand gonna be tiny after we get done with this. What's up, Victor? Like, make some changes, right? I mean, all right, so let's see here. So, I think we go here. Meowth for Cyrano? Right? Because then we get another Meowth. So we got Latias, we go another Meowth, and we go Raging Bolt, I guess. Man, but this tough, right? So if we stay here, we got 3. I mean, they're only doing 150. I mean, not preferable, but I guess that's where we're going. Yeah, so it's tough, right? Is I do think there's certainly some changes I need to make or could make. God dang it. Now we can't Meowth, bro. So we just got done last weekend with a cup and a league challenge. And I finished 4-1-1 in the cup. I mean, I finished the Swiss rounds undefeated. And then just ended up losing to Dragapult in the finals. And then the next day we played in a challenge again to get some good looks, and then I went 2-1 with that. So, I mean, 6-1-1 over the 2-day span, right? I felt pretty comfortable and confident. All right, bros, what do we got to do here? We can Ultra Ball our whole hand away if we have to, I guess. Oh, that helps, right? That makes all the difference. Okay, so let's see what we get off the run errand. I mean, we got a way to get to the number we need here. All right, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. So, yeah, we're in an all right spot, I think. All right, so I don't mind going up 3-0 to start the match, right? Dude, that was clutch to run into that stadium, right? That made that's going to make this turn friggin' happen. Mm-hmm. Bum, 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 bum. So what do we got here? What, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35? We can use Meowth again on the next turn, but we're not going to be taking any big KOs at that point. 7, 14, 21, 28, and 35. Yeah, bro, we looking pretty good now, Jeremy. Right, that turned out just fine. Do you have to find a way though to see if we can get into a better turn? I mean, Crispin doesn't kill us here, and we're already into 7, 14, 21 with the Glass Trumpet. 21, 28, 35. I mean, realistically, we got a KO on the next turn too. And the fact they didn't go Legacy Energy puts us in a way better spot. So, is it over? I mean, if they put the Stadium out, if they get rid of the Stadium, we got to make sure we just keep 2 normal type Pokemon on the bench for Glass Trumpet. Are they running Unfair Stamp? I would doubt it, but it's not impossible, right? I guess they could Judge. If they retreat into, they could retreat out of this, right? Nah, okay. All right, we'll take the win, right? We had a little bit of a slow few hands, so I'll take the win. It doesn't make me mad, right? We got the energy in there still. What do we got in here? We only got, yeah, we're all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 220. All right, bro. All right, so Crispin for a fighting and a grass. Yeah, so again, this is literally the reason I like Raging Bolt is I love massive KOs. I love hitting big, and this is literally the reason I play this deck for a matchup like this. And do we even got another energy on board? We're gonna hit 420. Don't mind that. We'll take another Glass Trumpet, then we even get bigger, right? Boop. Go here and here. Yeah, so again, I think the fact that we're hitting 420, man, even if they're running like, you know, if we ran into like Dragapult with the cape, we're still getting the win with the 420 and that damage out of there, right? 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42 for the win. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, finally had a good game, right? Thank you. Well, so, gosh, it's so hard, right? I think as we progress through the next 3 or 4 sets, Pokemon's finally going to give us some decent card megas. And if we look back at when 3 prizers came out in the VMAX era, it just took a while, right? I mean, that transition didn't happen overnight, but once we got figured out the best way to play those decks, then it was certainly overpowered. You know, when I play Expanded, I still play the Mew VMAX deck because I freaking loved it. I had so much fun with it. And I've got all the cards, right? So because I played that competitively for a while, and so did the kid. That deck's kind of blinged out because Starmie just doesn't hit. Yeah, no, I mean Starmie just can't get there, right? 150 or 120 and 50 is just not good. All right, man. This might be the first time we've had a decent starting hand, like right off the bat, right? We didn't have to work for anything. All right. See how we get into Duraludon here. Burnt, burnt, burnt. Jeez, oh, bro. I don't think we need all 3 Ogre Pawns, right? I mean, then we're our bench space going to be pretty limited. Pokmeon. I think we're just going to go here. All right, because they're resistant to grass. I'm assuming. So I actually think I ran this deck the other day, and I actually really like it. I think it's going to be maybe the Hops Zacian with Duraludon. I mean, maybe not, but I think they would have chose to go first if they were running just the straight Archaludon deck. I'm unsure. Yeah, I mean that's the problem, right? Is we have too many single prize decks that can win that prize race with 3 prize Pokemon. I mean, I don't know if Naveen, bro. I was not ready to see Naveen at all. Did Dunsparce Archaludon? What is happening here, bro? Same thing. I used to play Archaludon with Dialga for a while before it rotated, and same thing with Archaludon. It just can't hit high enough, right? It just doesn't quite get there. All right, let's hit Meowth, Ultra Ball, or Crispin, or none of the above. How high can we get with Pokmeon? I mean, we're going to have to hit an E-switch, though. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20... 40, 60, 81, 20... I mean, we can get there with Pokmeon, but... Bro, we're going to have to... We're going to have to hit hard with this Lilies, right? We got to get the right energy plus an E-switch. And we didn't get none of that. I mean, I guess we can still hit an E-switch and get it into Kang. Nope. Well, hell, I guess a pass, man. I think that's what we got to go here. Yeah, so Jeremy, you play in real life and stuff too, or just mainly? I didn't know if you talked about that earlier. I can't remember if you had said you're going to locals or not. You might have said. I don't remember. So an issue we could have is if they're running that Mega Duraludon, right? So, or the Dunsparce. So the Mega, or the Dunsparce EX, because it hits 60 times per each of your opponent's EX Pokemons. I mean, shit, we just like cooked, right? That would just absolutely fry us. Boo. Negative, bro. God damn it. That Pokemon catcher is probably going to cost us the goddamn match, bro. Ugh. Again, we might lose to a deck that's just not good. Because this Archaludon deck is terrible. And we're probably going to lose to it. I mean, he still needs the energy attachment, so I haven't seen that yet. I guess we don't need the Pokmeon anymore. That does not put us in a good place. Yeah, I mean, realistically, there's no reason they can't run into a boss, KO an Ogre Pawn or something, right? So, I don't know. Right, we need the fighting, not the lightning. Okay. So when my real deck that I run, I'm running almost all gold energy just because I love the way gold energy look. And I told this to the kid years ago. I also don't mind spending money on the energies because we keep using them, right? We've used them through many different decks. And the gold lightning and the gold fighting energies look so similar. So I got to be careful at times that I. All right, so let's go. I don't think lose. So I got to be careful to make sure which energies I have attached, because there's times I'll grab the wrong one. So always something I've got to be cautious with. All right. Well, let's see what happens here. Again, I'm a little cautious because of the Dunsparce, if they have Dunsparce EX. So we're at what, 7, 14, 21, 28, and let's go 35. I think we'll go there. At least got it spread around. We got two energy in play next turn no matter what. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, if they got the Mega, the Dunsparce, it's just over, bro. Just over. What's he doing? 60, 120, 180, 240, 300, 360, bro. So if he's got the Dunsparce and a single energy, he's frying up our whole crew. All right, if we see the Dunsparce, we know what up. No to Dunsparce. So that's wild to me that this deck isn't running the Dunsparce, because what is their answer to... Okay, Mega Skarmory? Damn, he hitting the bench. But that... Yeah, Christ. I don't know if that matters, right? Is that a better attacker in this situation? I don't know. Again, I think we're going to lose to a bad deck. This deck is not good. Just not good. But again, what's his answer to Crustle, right? Shouldn't he have the Dunsparce against Crustle? So we'll have to see here, right? I mean, I guess if he's got to get rid of all the energy off this, right? Shuffle all energy attached. He has no energy acceleration if we take out the other Duraludon. Oh, well, never mind. He shut that down, right? As soon as I had the idea, he took it away. You know, the fact that we had to pass on that first turn is what cost us this match, right? I mean, that's literally what cost us on everything, right? If we could have taken a KO there, we'd be down to 3 prizes. So Pretty wild, man. That literally cost us the match. Mm. Burp, burp. Yeah, because again, if we could have taken a KO on that Duraludon turn 1, we'd already be, again, we'd win with this knockout. I don't think it makes any difference here, but I think having that's going to at least makes me feel a little bit better. So we're at 7, 14, 21, 20. I mean, we got the KO here. We just got to hope they don't have, there's no way they don't have a boss, bro. They haven't used one yet, right? Yeah, they used the Pokemon catcher earlier, so I guess we Zerosix? Or do we KO? If we KO our Chaladon, it puts them in a little bit tougher place. This is interesting, right? I think... Nah, I think we Zerosix, because if we leave the Skarmory out there, they're just going to be able to attach to it right away anyways, and he's taking the win. So we just got to hope they don't have boss in hand, and this makes it a little bit tougher, I guess, right? I don't think it makes any difference. Right, in real life, if this dude just showed me his hand and he had the boss, it would just be done. All right, so let's see here. 7, 14, 21, 28. I mean, it makes no difference, right? If they take a KO anywhere, we're cooked, so might as well keep it on the attacker. Right, I mean, so Duraludon, and if the Duraludon has damage on it, right, it keeps increasing its damage, right? Christ. So, I mean, I guess that's your only, I mean, if that's your only attacker, that's crazy. Well, glad the dude had every card in hand he needed. No, they're gonna win. Yeah, they were gonna win that matchup no matter what. Missing that KO turn 1 cost us, right? So all we, that not having an E switch is after the. So not hitting into an E switch cost us, which is crazy, right? If we had the E switch turn 1, then that's a win for us. It's crazy thinking back on that, right? Like how close matches actually are. That a single card for us or them cost us. I don't know. Doesn't make me feel any better. Still makes me disappointed. Yeah, which I just don't understand. Why wouldn't you just put in the EX to Dunsparce into that deck? You probably have room for it, right? There's probably room for a single. I don't know. He's probably just sitting there like, damn, we cooked that dude up. This is the best deck ever, right? He's like, damn, that Raging Bolt deck just trash. But again, I think this is why I much prefer what we have here in the U.S. comparative to Japan. Is is we're best of 3, right? So if we see that same deck 2 more times, am I losing? I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I think, I think our odds of winning are certainly much better. Let's go here. Are they? There's no way they're running Badoo, right? I have no idea. I think we'll pass in the assumption they're not running Badoo, and then we'll get Badooed. That's probably what's going to happen. Right? If we see a green guy come out, I'm going to be mad. All right. No Badoo. Okay. All right, let's hit a E switch here so we can boss up KO the Ghastly, right? I don't want him to be getting into Mega Gengar. That'd be one of my least favorite cards recently. But we do want to have all these grass, to get these Ogre Pawns ready because they're all weak to grass outside of Ghastly's going to be weak to fighting. All right, what's the right play here? Do we stay in Mega Kangaskhan? I guess. I'm still debating here. I think we're gonna Ultra Ball into the Raging Bolt and get Raging Bolt going. I think he's just a more reliable attacker moving forward. We'll see though. Oh, bro, we need the freaking Fez, bro. God dang it. Getting too damn late, bro. I'm like misplaying the shit out of stuff. Oh, my bad, guys. Totally misplayed that. My bad. My bad. We'll see if it hurts us. Dude, this Grimsley moves is absolutely crazy if they hit what they're looking for, right? Be fine here. We got to hit. We need to get a Latios, so I guess we get like an Ultra Ball. Because I'd much rather take this Ghastly out. Well, it's Haunter now, right? Because it just f's everything up if they get down to single prizers. Okay. All right, so we don't need you, and let's get rid of Trumpet. Latias. At least we found the ball. That certainly makes life a lot better, right? Right, and then next turn we Meowth for Crispin. So I think we're at least in an okay place, even though not perfect. We're not going to be attacking with Mega Kangaskhan very often, especially with their weakness to grass. I don't think it's worth keeping the energy on Kang. We want to keep that on Ogerpon for sure. Yeah, so one of the most interesting matchups I had at the Cup this past weekend was with a Mega Sharpedo Mega Gengar deck. I was not ready for that matchup. I took three prize KOs to win that thing because they had a Hero's Cape. All right, what's going on here? Bro, this wild, man. I didn't think this was the attacker they were going with, right? I assumed Zoroark was just there to be draw support. This is not what I was looking for. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We gotta hope they don't bump this stadium, because I don't mind bossing up KO and a Ghastly again. Probably going for another Zoroark here, right? They try and get some draw support. All right, come on. Right, they already supported for turn. It's interesting getting the... Okay. All right. I mean, it sucks that Zekrom, they're KOing with Zekrom on this next turn. I'd be fine if we top deck an energy. I'll be in way better place for our next turn. I mean, I guess we got the energy retrieval, so we're able to get 2 more energy out. I mean, he's still weak to grass, so I think we go into the grass attacker on our next... Oh, shoot, we don't even have to... That makes life a lot easier, right? Okay. That's fine with me. And then let's boss up here. I don't think it matters. We're still on even price. You know, this puts us back on even anyways. Oh, all right. W. That's a dub. Probably the finish off the night, man. You know, getting almost to 2 o'clock here. I gotta get to bed. I got a bunch of stuff to get done tomorrow. But I certainly appreciate you guys, man. Thank you, Jeremy, for jumping on. Makes it way easier to get through when you guys are in chat for sure. And then otherwise, I certainly appreciate you guys being on, watching the stream. Again, if you can, go sub, smash the like button. Check out our other videos. We're trying to get as much content out as we can here recently. But man, we're so happy. We love the Pokemon community. We're doing everything we can to grow, and again, we appreciate the heck out of you guys. So throwing a bunch of code cards out there. Hopefully you guys can use them. If not, just let them slide by and they'll go into the video for somebody else. But again, there's all kinds of stuff in these code cards. We got some ETBs. We got some UPCs. You know, I know we had a... Oh, Christ. We had a Team Rocket's Moltres box that went up yesterday. So I think that was yesterday. It could have been one of the other nights. It was probably yesterday, and then I had to cut a lot of that video out because OBS kept freezing on me. I'm glad tonight we didn't get frozen through the gameplay, but again, I really appreciate you guys. I don't know if we'll be back on tomorrow or not. I think it just depends on how things are going. Realistically, I jump on when my wife goes to bed, so it just kind of depends on how much time we'll have. my work schedule next week's pretty low, so I do want to get some deck testing on and be ready for LA. I need to put in a little bit better grind though. Sometimes I get too distracted when it gets this late at night. I got to get a little bit better with that, but I think it also then plays into what the regional is going to be because man, your brain gets fried, right? You got to be able to play well when you're tired. So I guess it kind of plays into that a bit too. Um, yeah, I gotcha. Uh, yeah, been great. I'm so glad you guys are on. Yeah, I'll try to get on tomorrow and hopefully hopefully we'll get some other good games in. I'm probably running Rage and Bolt all week because that's what I want to be playing um, in LA. Couple things I would say though is we didn't play Unfair Stamp once tonight. So is it worth having Unfair Stamp instead of Prime Catcher? Because we could have used Prime, and then we used Zero 6, but did we ever use it successfully? I don't know. So, anyways, man, appreciate you guys. And as always, we sign off is have a Poketastic day.